You're listening to the Bantering Bose Show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bose fans, it's your boy Brian, and today's show is brought to you by the Bantering Bose Amazon page. Please do all your shopping using the Amazon tab on thebanteringbose.com. It is the best way to support the show, and it doesn't cost you a penny extra. Thank you for all your support, and now, on with the show. And we are on out of the recording studio, you. I don't know where your notebook is. Why don't you go ask Ryan Gosling? Thank you.
Wow, I was about to say the same thing. We're on that.
Yeah,
We're
we get each
on that
other.
level
You know
right
what?
now.
That's right. JR, how you doing over there, buddy? How's your ass feeling, might I ask? And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Actually,
I think it's a couple bends in your ass.
It's a lot more comfortable not being out at the.
I'm very turned on right now.
It's on that level right now. That's how comfortable it
I
is.
think what well, the audience doesn't know this, and well, they might hear a slight difference anyway, though. And it's going to be a little quieter from now on, minus the audience. We are finally in the new and improved Bachelor Pad Studios.
For the umpteenth time now.
For the umpteenth. I was kind of thinking about that, Bradley, not to mention it, but yeah, we are, and it's
Is this like
quieter.
another alternate universe, like with Marvel?
Yeah,
it's the alternate.
Yeah.
The Bachelor Pad Studios in an alternate universe.
It's the Bachelor Pad Studios closed inside room. Soundproof room, which will be one day.
Okay,
And
we'll call it
outside
that.
is the amazing, ultra, super duper college graduate Spider-Man.
Yeah. And those were the super duper uncomfortable chairs, mind you, though, too, that gave you possibly the worst swamp ass possible. But that's okay,
After 10 hours of work.
It's nothing like standing for probably 10 hours.
I'd
all
rather
day.
be standing.
Yeah. But, we will still do what we always do and kick it off with the banter.
I thought we already were.
That's the pre-boat.
That's the pre-boat.
That was a
warm-up.
That was the appetizer for the actual banter. So as you guys know, I work at Oriole Park.
Yes, you do.
Oh, that place. Yeah.
You work hard for the money, JR.
Little bit. Luckily, I don't have to turn tricks after the game.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
So anyway, they're nice enough to provide a shuttle bus for us employees to take us from the front of the stadium to the parking lot that's nestled right over where the old Hammerjacks used to be, right next to M&T Bank Stadium.
Okay.
So a few of my cohorts that have become some really good friends were riding the shuttle back. We're sitting in the back of the bus. Get on the bus, the back of the bus. And I look over to my friend to say something to him. I look out of the window, and I see one of the old traffic signal guys with the neon vest and the blinky light baton thing to say, no, you go that way.
Oh.
Pick up one of the traffic barrels. I'm like, is he going Hulk on us? What's going on here?
Hulk smash.
It's then when I look through the other window and I see this young man in a defensive stance. And so the cop throws the barrel at the guy. The kid proceeds to spear the traffic cop into the ground,
Jesus.
knocks the old man's head on the curb, busts him wide open.
This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
Actually, they were blue jeans, but still. I hear blood does dry brown now. Anyway. So, come to find out that the guy's just wailing on this old dude. I mean, the kid's like 22 years old, maybe.
Not cool.
And the guy is probably in his mid-60s. So I'm like, guys, that guy's getting the crap kicked out of him over there. And so a portly, slightly retarded gentleman that works with us proceeds to scream, "Stop the bus!" and waddles himself to the front of the bus to go down the steps. And I just look at my friend and go, dude, by the time he gets there, the old guy's going to die.
Yeah.
So, in a leap of action, so to speak, and I always thought I'd be the one to stay on the bus and just go, oh, crap, tell me what happens. I'll take a picture. Me and a couple of the coworkers, we open the back door like a fire drill in elementary school, jump off the bus, run towards the guy and surround him, and just basically say, think about this, man. There's 5 of us, and there's 1 of you. You should leave. So he proceeds to tell us, oh, that guy hit my car. Oh, man, he really made me angry. I'm trying to make this as child-friendly as possible.
Exactly.
To which I just retorted back to him, dude, it's a Chrysler 300 before the M&M commercials. It's not that good of a car. He didn't like that too much, which
Way to piss him off there, man.
I was told to give fellatio to a certain part of his extremities.
Wow.
But Karma...
Was he going to take you to dinner or a movie, too? What was that?
He didn't. He didn't mention anything about a first
right to the good
date.
stuff.
I was
Okay.
kind of upset.
Wasn't going to call you next day.
Yeah, no, it just kind of came off cold.
Cookie an hour before we're doing the no pants dance.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he was kind of easy on the eyes, but I don't like to be roughed around. But anyway, Karma does actually show up, though, because instead of being a smart moron who would have gotten the crap kicked out of him and making a U-turn to leave, he drives towards us and makes a left into the extremely long line of traffic that stopped at a red light with all the cars. So 14 employees and cops and everything else flashing the hell out of his license plate and what type of car he has. To which, as he looks out the window, turns around, realizes how screwed he is, I just go, have fun in county, buddy. You'll be somebody's bitch by morning. So, just like Jared from Subway, he was at least getting 6 inches, but if he was lucky, he might have gotten a foot long.
Oh, man.
Cue the music.
This is the Bantering Bose Show. Brian Thomas, the movie buff. From movie news and reviews to the most useless movie facts you don't need to know. Brian is the true connoisseur of Hollywood. Brad Beals, the video game guru. From the latest trending gaming reviews to highlights of the best games you're not playing. There's a reason we call him Game Genie. James Revere, the sports fanatic. From game recaps to stats to insight on the latest sports controversies. Move over, Bob Costas. JR will run you over. And now, here are your hosts, the Bows.
Welcome, everyone, to the Bantering Bose Show. My name is Brian Thomas, and joining me, as always, is the rest of the Bows. Our sports expert, Mr. James Revere.
Sports?
Not in Baltimore. And video game guru, Mr. Brad Beals.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Yep. It is August 23rd, 2015. Sunday, in fact. This is the show where we recap the latest news and hot topics in video games, sports, and movies, and then banter about them. And when you listen to this, it will be a Monday, so we will say, Happy Monday, everybody.
It'll help you get through the day.
That's for sure. Yeah, happy Hangover Monday, that is. Anyway, I might tell you a little bit about a hangover later. We'll see. Anyway, though, how you boys doing? Welcome back.
I'm back again.
Welcome back again.
Feels good.
Is
Feels
it,
good.
Bradley, is it comfortable on there?
It is goddamn comfortable compared to those chairs. Thank you, Jeebus.
And how would you describe those chairs? They're almost like the plastic chairs that we had in elementary school.
They're the plastic chairs from elementary school
that are raised up about 3 feet high.
Had sex with the worst bar stool you've ever sat on.
Yeah, I'd liken them to those medieval torture devices where it was just that triangular piece of wood that they made them straddle with the weights on your ankles. Kind of felt like that after a while.
You're talking like Elvira kind of stuff, man, though, too. You know,
She was hot in hell.
she was hot in her time anyway, though. But, how are you boys doing overall, though, too?
I know how he's doing.
This
I
is
know how he's doing.
this is the most I've sat down in the last 10 days. I'm fantastic.
If you need to crash, it does turn out into a bed also.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Yes. And Bradley, if you could help me out here just for a quick second.
Okay.
There's something next to you. If you can tell me what you have there in that lovely little box.
Whoa, watch your hands.
It says Vistaprint on it.
It does.
And
And this lovely little box, my dear friend, and JR, is our business cards we just got printed out as well.
What did you say?
Our business cards.
Business card.
And know, it's official. We actually have legitimate stuff.
We have
can
a
run
business card. And
Coming to chalkboard community cork boards and all Starbucks Panera breads and anything else that has them.
you go to the local Coffee Bean and you'll see that in there too.
Oh, totally.
Yes, definitely. The business card is here. It will be spreading its way around. September is right around the corner. You boys will be making your round to
Comic-Con.
Baltimore Comic-Con. Bradley and I will be making our way up to New York Comic-Con, and if Puerto Rico has a Comic-Con,
I'll just go around Puerto Rico. Just
yeah, why not? I'll just hand them out there.
Hey, you're hot. Check this out.
Yeah, why not though too? There's also something I guess we should check out. It's called the Sports Report from Baltimore Ravens expert J.R. Revere. And it goes a little like this.
Fresh off the
Battleship sunk. Oh, gosh. Where to begin on that one?
That's
Now,
what the Joker said,
Lord.
but it ended up in chaos, man. So
that's actually, you know what? That's the perfect way to describe it. Disorganized chaos. That's what happened.
Bradley didn't know there was a Ravens game last night. I know you might not be starting with the Ravens. That's okay. And
No,
I
we'll
got
go
like one of those updates from sports saying, "Oh yeah, extra innings, O's lose again." Oh yeah, it says again on there.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Sure.
After 10 straight days at the ballpark, baseball is the last thing on my mind right now. So yeah, we'll get this out of the way now. If you weren't watching the Orioles let us down again, which we'll get to later, you were watching the Ravens in their second preseason game in which they faced the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, according to Dean Pease, defensive coordinator, there was no game plan put into practice whatsoever for this game. Now, the Ravens were actually practicing at the Eagles facility.
Correct.
It was joint practicing. So, of course, you can't exactly put in a game plan when you're practicing against the team that you're going to be playing against.
Mm-hmm.
It obviously showed there was no idea whatsoever what they were going to do as the Ravens lose 41-17. Let's see. The offensive line, it all starts there because we know when Joe has time, he's as good as any of them. Kelechi Osemele has been battling an Achilles tendon issue. He did not play and will probably not play for the rest of the preseason. Expects to be ready for the for the season opener against the Denver Broncos. Rick Wagner, rookie right tackle, who went out with a foot injury last year, I believe had a Lisfranc procedure. He's still not quite ready to have full contact, so he's not ready yet. So he was replaced in the lineup. Now we enter in the game. James Hurst leaves with concussion-like symptoms. His backup comes in, leaves on the next series with a knee injury. So we were basically getting the beer vendors and drunk fatties in the first 5 rows to try play offensive line.
I think
for
I
us
saw
yesterday.
Shane Flacco out there too, man.
It's quite possible. Keanu Reeves, I guess, needed some downtime between John Wick movies, which, hey, I'm all for number 2.
true.
I'm all for number 2.
You're a goddamn genius.
Thank you.
Amen. So all the offensive linemen, basically, who should be starting, weren't starting, and those who were got hurt, and we ended up having to go with a bunch of rookies in front of Flacco, which showed as he had 2 god-awful throws into coverages and ends up with 2 interceptions on the day. Me, personally, I think he needs to shave that weird comb-over, long, flowy hair thing he's got going on. He looks like the epitome of a dude bro right now.
Yeah.
And I think the hair gel may be seeping into his brain and causing problems.
Yeah.
Not you, Brian.
Thank you. Okay.
Like they
That hair
say,
never changes.
like they say in dodgeball, it's coiffed and lethal. You just don't see it nowadays. So I don't know what was up with him. Matt Schaub was not much better. No touchdowns. Didn't throw a pick, but was almost speared into oblivion, kind of like the traffic cop was a few days ago at the park. The only good upside was third-string quarterback Bryn Renner, who once again ends his day with 2 touchdown passes, 150-some yards, great completion percentage. I'd say there's a chance he unseeds Matt Schaub and becomes our backup quarterback.
Be down with that.
I think most of Baltimore would be with the amount of interceptions.
No,
Schaub
most of
throws.
Baltimore is saying this right about now.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
There'll always be like
I've
that.
said it before and I've said it again. Those are the ones that you want to smack in the face because they love to be armchair quarterbacks. Well, if I was coach, I would have done this. Tell me again why you're sitting in your underwear in a recliner every day of the week. Oh, that's
Hey,
right.
That is fun when you have a recliner. Just saying. I don't have mine anymore.
I don't have one yet. But
Got lost in the move.
there were a few bright spots. Darren Waller, I've mentioned his name a couple times. 6th-round draft pick, built like Megatron. I think we've all dubbed him Galvatron on this podcast.
Yes.
Yep.
Last week, yes. We had that phrase. We just got to make a meme or picture out of that somehow.
Meme. I'll
Meme.
see if I can get that up and running. He comes in with Bryn Renner. I don't know why he hasn't been allowed access to first team yet, given that Brashad Perriman, our first-round pick, is still out after an MRI revealed that he has a slight sprain to his PCL and is healing about as slow, just as humanly possible. But anyway, Renner finds him on a slant route. He manages to just completely overshadow and box out corner, goes up at its highest point, one-hands it, brings it back down for the touchdown. Kid's the real deal. Just going to take him a little time to work off the rust of being a 6th-round pick. Whoever goes, you shouldn't be on the field yet. What are you doing?
This is why I'm supposed to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just put me in, coach. Give me a chance.
Anyone who says that to him, he normally just puts his hand on top of their head and it's like, come on, try hit me. And they're just kind of, 2nd-round pick, Arthur Brown from 2 years ago, the linebacker who never seems to play, actually played yesterday and played well from what I heard. I still didn't see him, so I call shenanigans on whoever's reporting he had a good game. Zadarius Smith, yes, that's Zadarius. You can't make those names up anymore. It's like they just reach into a Scrabble bag and pull out a bunch of letters. Ladasha, that's a real name? Apparently so. 4th-round pick, showing a high motor. He's converting from DN to outside linebacker. May take a couple more games, but he's showing extremely good stock for someone drafted in those later rounds, so he had another good one. Carl Davis, once again, showing up in a big way. It's kind of hard to take some things out. Jerome Boger, my favorite NFL referee to make fun of because he sounds like a male Kim Kardashian, throws a flag. After further review, penalty 15 yards.
He's like the byproduct of Kim Kardashian had an affair with the ladies' man.
Exactly. Right there. Yes. 1,000 dings for that one. Yeah, he had a pretty bad game. Actually, the whole refereeing crew did. There was a woman on the refereeing staff as well. Which I thought was interesting. But Terrell Suggs, he had a god awful game. No, not after I saw the picture of her. No.
Hey,
A man could dream. Eventually.
Those zebra stripes aren't becoming at all. But. Suggs gets flagged for an unnecessary roughness call against Sam Bradford. And for those of you who don't know who Sam Bradford is, he's played 5 games in the last 2 years due to the same ACL in his right knee just exploding and having to rehab. Chip Kelly likes to run something which is called the read option, where a quarterback will read the defense. The running back is basically standing just to his left, and he has the option of reading it and passing off, reading it and running, or reading it and dropping back and throwing. The rule in the NFL states, though, that if a quarterback shows his intention to be a runner or is still involved in the play, a defender can beat the living hell out of him. Bradford had just done the read option handoff to the running back. Running back takes 2 steps away. Suggs come at him, kind of low, hits him close to his knees. He gets flagged for unnecessary roughness, 15 yards. Horse hockey, bad call by the refs, who were terrible, by the way. I've said that 8 times already. There's already 900...
You blow it!
Big time. Already 900 articles in every Philadelphia writing post saying, Terrell Suggs is a dirty player. That was a cheap shot. Wah, wah, wah. We're the worst fans in sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it, Philly fans. You all suck. So, yeah, just another...
Another Baltimore day.
It was horrible. I mean, 15 penalties for 139 yards.
It sounds like a regular Baltimore game, too. Yeah.
Actually, I will admit, Harbaugh kind of holds a little bit of a better standard for discipline with these guys. This was uncharacteristic. So yeah, we lost. It's crap. It's the preseason. No big deal. We come home and we get RG knee. RG3. Actually, the best meme I've seen so far was the real crappy song right now. Watch me whip. Watch me nay nay. Except it was RG3 and it was now watch. God, it's like watch me limp. Now watch me lay. I still don't know what RG3 was thinking. He actually came out and said he thinks he's the best quarterback in the league.
Wow. Yeah, did he really say that?
Yeah,
Maybe in Canadian League.
That's a bold statement.
I'll have what he's having.
Yeah.
Basically. This is the game you want to watch for preseason. The regulars will more than likely play for a full 3 quarters.
Get their
This is the tune-up game. If you'd really want to watch the 4th one, you won't even see the regulars. It'll just be Schaub and then Renner for the entire game.
Yeah.
So,
Which I watched the 3rd one, but
definitely pay attention to this because it's the Redskins. They tend to suck. It's fine.
Anytime we can say we beat the Redskins. Are the Redskins coming to town here?
Yes. They will be home for this one. So little extra added bonus to pay attention.
I got to be honest, JR. I had picked. I had a choice of watching the Ravens game or just staying at the bar. I picked the bar. Sorry. So yeah, I know we had it. You guys gave me the whole pep talk about preseason.
I wouldn't apologize after what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Maybe this isn't so bad. And come back home to Papa Thomas. I was like, what's the score? He's like, I don't even know. I'm not even watching it. Exactly. And he's a diehard Ravens fan. So
exactly. Yeah. It's preseason, like I say, but 3rd game's the one to watch. It's a tune-up game. Okay. So you'll see a little more of Mark Trestman's offense, a little more of what the defense can bring. Hopefully, make it through without any injuries, and we'll see a good game. Now on to the Jekyll and Hyde of town that are the Baltimore Orioles. Just got off a 10-game homestand, which, as of our last recording, involved us beginning a series against the Oakland Athletics, 4 games, which we predominantly beat the living pants off of them. 13 innings in the first game. Came out on top of that one with a Manny Machado walk-off 2-run home run. There was a walk-off Chris Davis home run in there. And then there was the 18-2 shellacking on Sunday as we recorded. So that was the fun series. The Mets come to town. We lose a heartbreaker in the first game, but then we come back with a walk-off home run in the second game thanks to Henry Urrutia, who is a Cuban defector. Speak through very broken English, basically just said, hey, it was a great honor. And I thought it was kind of cool, even at the very end, compared to every other broken English-speaking person on the Orioles. He says, I'm sorry about my bad English, but I'm learning the best I can. Okay. Like, you're humble enough to admit your shortcomings, and after I saw his wife, I would not.
You can't take over all of the Baltimore sports wives. Okay, man.
First going to
the executive producer of Real Housewives of Baltimore City, James Revere.
All I'm just saying is I would not mind having a couple Spanish lessons with her.
Oh, my God.
So
do you teach tango?
Learn some salsa with that. Maybe eat some salsa off of that.
Oh, man.
But it was really cool seeing a baseball player that humble. Gorgeous. But anyway, then the Minnesota Twins came to town.
Little big league.
It must have been the sequel because they beat the living pants off us for 4 games.
No.
We lose the first game 15-2. And then our bullpen proceeded to give up leads in the next 3 games, and we officially lost in 12 innings today to complete the sweep. Yeah, that's pretty much what I felt like doing. It just... For a team to come in so well, so fired up, and then the bats and everything just...
Hey, what happened?
Yeah, really.
I'm beyond figuring it out.
Hey, what happened?
I really feel like this series right here has put us on that edge of an offense just going right down the tubes like we've done every other month.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Everyone
everyone
just went to the bar afterwards. We're like, holy cow, we just got good. Let's go get drinking.
Yep.
Oh, wait, we got to come back and make twins.
Oh, wait.
Shouldn't done that yet.
Oh, we had hangover. It was
Too many
awful to
natty
watch,
bows
man.
again.
Oh, man, Natty Bow car bombs. What the hell did I think?
That just sounds unappetizing.
It does.
But I think the big problem has been that Darren O'Day and Zach Britton have been so lights out this season. I mean, they both make the All-Star game. And for the blown saves or losses to happen at the hands of Darren O'Day and Zach Britton, you're just kind of, what?
Mm-hmm.
So, and the reason we really lost today, though, was due to an injury. Ryan Flaherty started the game at shortstop, and he finally broke his 0 for 39 hitless streak.
Hey, buddy.
He was like literally 4 at-bats away from setting the all-time record for the Orioles. What they had. That's how bad that was.
Jesus.
J.J. Hardy's been having a little bit of a hamstring issue, and I guess Buck really needed a good at-bat right there, so he brings Hardy in. Hardy gets a base hit in the 11th. He's allowed to have to run to second, which basically is the same equivalent of an old man trying to run after an ice cream truck. The man is slow, and with his hamstring not doing so well, is even worse.
Kind of hobbling there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's about as fast as he was going. They pinch run him for Jimmy Paredes, or as
tell the snail next to him to slow down.
The snail was Captain America. He was Falcon. On your left. So he's lifted for a pinch runner, and the pinch runner's name is Jimmy Paredes. We used to talk about him with how great of a hitter he is until the last month and a half. There's a reason he's not in the field, because he has hands kind of similar to frying pans. Hardy's out. We have no true shortstop, so we move Paredes to third, Machado to short. First ball hit to Machado. He misplays it. Guy gets to second on the error. Next ball hit goes to Paredes. He tries to Olay the thing.
Frying pans. Never mind. All right.
Fine.
Walk hands.
Walk hands.
Ah, okay. Jesus Christ. Show killer. Never
I'm
mind.
lost.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it he olays it, bounces off his glove, gets past Manny trying to back him up, and that's 2 errors in 2 plays. Twins get their run across. So J.J. Hardy comes out of the game after the loss and basically says, I need some help. So he's going on the disabled list probably as soon as this episode is on the air.
Yeah.
And there'll be somebody else up in the process to give us an extra at-bat and a extra fielder, because not having it cost us today. And it doesn't get any easier, because after 4 games against a team we should have beat, we get to travel to Kansas City and play 4 games against the Royals.
I don't think so.
Now, if you're like me, you hope we exact sweet revenge, because I still want to smack the living crap out of Eric Hosmer for doing that weird little stanky leg dance he did every time he got on first base in the championship series. Probably not going to happen. But
That's why for all those ballots they did for the All-Star game. Let's not forget that.
No. It's I don't, to quote Ted from one man to another, I honestly hope they get Lou Gehrig's disease. But hey, that's sports related too. That's pretty cool.
Hey.
So needless to say, it was pretty uneven at best road trip. Here comes Kansas City. Let's hope somebody wakes up and does something good. And also one foul note for all you fantasy players out there. You target him early and often. Jordy Nelson from the Green Bay Packers, number 1 wide receiver, tears his MCL today in preseason practice. He is out for the year. So
Excellent.
Randall Cobb will be your number 1 receiver now in Green Bay. Make sure you go pick him up.
Where do we stand on the leaderboard right now for the Orioles? For at least our division. What's the outlook with that?
Right now, I would just start writing it in for the wild card. It's wild card or bust.
Okay.
I mean, granted, September and October, we have nothing but American League East opponents, so there is a chance.
Yeah.
Maybe. The way this team's playing, I doubt it. It's a little iffy. But even if you make it to the wild card, you at least have a way in. It's a chance. It's a shot. Go for it.
All right.
But it's getting kind of right on that edge.
Crunch time's right around the corner. I hate to say it.
Oh no, it's you better start doing those crunches because it's already happened.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, while they are licking their wounds on the road in Kansas City, I'll be needing some new games to play. So, Brad, what do you have for me?
Someone's got those transitions waiting in the wings right there,
Yep.
ready to go.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt the transition. So I was like, wait.
It's going to be there. It's going to be there. You know?
Yeah.
Yep, there. Well, unfortunately, because we're at that time of the year where it's like, oh, yeah, it's right. Fall's right around the corner and all the awesome, nice games will be coming out. What's our news? Nothing.
So we've decided to devise a quick game report for Bradley.
Apparently we're going to be
Can you, Bradley, can you handle it? Are you up for the challenge?
I am not the Micro Machine Man. I'm sorry. I am not.
You can do it, buddy.
No, I'm not. We had this little talk before the...
And go.
And before the show even started, we were going to be the Micro Machine Man. We talked on the show as fast as we can and tried to go through the whole thing as fast as we can. But we could go through and see how it does. But if we do with Call of Duty, but I don't know if we can.
Oh, my God.
You can barely understand what the heck I even said, and if I was coherent, so...
It's like any other episode.
I didn't know you spoke Yiddish.
Well, what can I say? It's that time of the year where it's like, okay, just a reminder, here are these things coming up. So first off, let's get the reminders out of the way. The Call of Duty Black Ops 3 beta is available right now for PlayStation 4, so if you haven't tried that out, definitely. Of course, later on, it will come out to the other consoles.
I don't have PS4, so they can suck it.
Yeah, because they made that deal with PS4, which is they basically, broke off the old girlfriend, got the new one.
Hey, Xbox!
Basically. Or at least they paid a lot of money, what can I say? So that's, of course, coming out, so you can try that out, see if you like it. Again, it's Call of Duty. It's from Treyarch. It's the Black Ops series.
It's the good version.
the decent one, shall we say, almost. As well as Witcher 3 is now released kind of its last piece of free DLC for the game. They now have implemented in their New Game Plus into the game. So at least with that, you finish the game after 90 so hours of playing it. Yes, you can play it back again in New Game Plus. So... God, I don't know. After 90 hours, would you really want to go back through again?
After 90 hours, that thing becomes a coaster. It's getting traded in.
Well, then you get your money's worth out of it if you played for 90 hours. So at least that. As well as right now, guys out there as well. Hearthstone, their newest expansion, the Grand Tournament. I know you did. I don't care. Their newest expansion is out and available out there. So if you did pre-order the 50-card pack beforehand, they should be available to you. Do check that as well.
Fine, I'll download it again. We'll see how long this one lasts this time. I gave it a week before.
Even a week, we didn't even try it.
I give it 3 days.
These guys won't play it, but me, I'm the nerd that goes into the heavy hardcore.
Hey, you said it, not me this time, all right?
Hey, it's fine. So, but at least those guys who are out there, of course, testing it, it's out there to try as well. And they do add in that little inspire mechanics. If you use your hero power, it adds to the effect of the cards. They're interesting, but it's going to screw up the meta. And I'm like, thank God.
Nerd.
Don't really care. But onto other wings as well. Onto odd news of things coming out. So BlizzCon's coming up, not too far from now, especially. And they've released, of course, information for it, ticketing prices on that. And they have it this year that you can buy a virtual ticket to watch the event. They've also implemented into it with the virtual ticket. You can also get the limited edition swag bag that you get when you usually acquire when you go to BlizzCon. But this time you can get it with the virtual ticket at a cost of a price. Now the virtual ticket alone is about $4, $39.99. But if you also want the swag bag, it's $34.99. Are you kidding me? Something I probably get for free for going to Anaheim, California. I'm going to have to pay $34 to get it. Sure, it's a ton of bag of...
That's just for shipping.
Basically, essentially. So you need to ship basically all the damn t-shirts, the books, the pens, and all the other coaster stuff that I need. But come on, Blizz.
But there's a pen light in there.
There's a pen light in there for World of Warcraft. The official license stuff. Come on, guys.
Come on, man.
Well, let's be honest. People are going to buy this, so... Let's see. Well, if you're anybody smart, let's be honest. You buy it, then flip it and sell it on eBay. Let's be honest, because that's all that happens.
The sheep will flock wherever they're told.
Buy it for $30, sell it for $500. It will happen. Let's be honest. So just be warned. If you're looking for it, buy it now. Essentially. But onto weird, interesting news, especially. This was kind of in that realm of just like kind of hazy, kind of like sketchy, almost a little bit. YouTuber personalities may be in a little bit of a federal issue coming up and legal issue with the FTC. After a couple big ones out there have made kind of a Let's Play deal with an upcoming, actually released on Steam Early Access, the game Dead Realm, which is a Steam Early Access, so open beta, survival horror multiplayer game. Now, by the sound of it, it's even on the Steam page even says that this is a game that's meant to be kind of watched and style like that instead of really played, and it gets very enjoyable. Similar, the game is essentially prime for YouTube, Let's Play bait, essentially. Come to find out that the people actually playing it actually had a part in the development of the game, especially. So there's a little bit of issue there. Now, according to the FTC, especially with the guidelines that are in place for the YouTubers, especially that, just disclose the information that it's like, hey, I was part of this, I'm just checking out for this game. But apparently the main ones who are being targeted, being one Syndicate, Cnanners, and Vanos, are the three main ones who have over 1 million subscribers. These guys apparently never disclosed in any of their videos that they were like, hey, I'm actually part of this, so they could be in trouble with a FTC lawsuit right there. Which is kind of shady to not say, by the way, because especially with YouTubers, all you have to really say is, full disclosure, I'm part of this game, disclosure over.
Yeah.
1-2 seconds. That's all you need to do. None of their videos ever have it, especially. So it's kind of like...
Not cool.
Not cool. No, trust me, especially for people who do radio and anything on the internet, even here on the Bantering Bows. I've even said for, when we talked about Kickstarters, the Bloodstain and Shenmue 3, I've been full disclosure. I'm an actual backer for those. I've talked to them before, but put that out there to the audience. They know. But yeah, for guys who are put there, that they actually had a hand in it and not telling, so nothing's gone through yet, but just...
Game over.
Yeah, keep an eye on that, especially from 3 big ones out there, especially, so sad to hear that. Also, I do want to point in that out of also lawsuits, especially, I'm sorry, it's that kind of night to go through on themes, Gearbox has now settled the lawsuit with 3D Realms and now has the full franchise licensing to Duke Nukem. Now, of course, this comes after the issue when 3D Realms released their upcoming, what was going to be Duke Nukem Mass Destruction game, which was going to be a top-down isometric kind of shoot-'em-up game. But then, of course, Gearbox is like, no, we still have the rights from Duke Nukem Forever. Lawsuits ensued since February. Now they've settled it. Gearbox does have the rights and does have it for that. So 3D Realms, of course, changed that game from that over to their upcoming Bombshell game. Duke Nukem Mass Destruction got, what's the term here? Looking for, reconstituted, apparently, into Bombshell, which is kind of, instead of doing his play as Duke, you play as a female character, similar to, Duke, essentially, but just as a female character, blowing up aliens as well, in an isometric game. So they just rebranded it, essentially. But know that Gearbox basically has Duke Nukem back. Let's just hope if they do something with it, it's better than Duke Nukem Forever. If anybody got a chance to play that.
No, not at all.
Okay.
JR.
Hail to the king.
Don't get me wrong, Duke Nukem, badass character. But when you have a game that's been in development since 1997 and didn't get released until over 10 years later.
Ouch.
Yeah, you can only guess at how bad that came out. But they're the guys who still have the franchise, to it. So we shall see. But on to my last bit of news I definitely want to touch on. Who would have thought J.J. Abrams would be saying, one day I'm going to team up with Valve and do something in a partnership deal with them and maybe do something game-related.
From the guy who created Alias and butchered the ending to Lost.
Not really.
I don't know.
And lens flares.
Basically, him and his studio have teamed up with Valve because this was announced a while back that they were going to do something together. Don't know what, but finally we have the release and information and the details on it. The studio that brought you, of course, Star Wars that will be coming out and Star Trek, obviously, Bad Robot, in Robot in a co-op with, especially, where is it here? Sorry. A co-op with Escalation Studios is going to be making a new mode for Team Fortress 2, the free-to-play game from Valve, especially their class-based game that's been running since God knows how long the game's been going on now for. But they're making a kind of a rugby-style game known as Pastime. There it is. So going on to Team Fortress 2, they're making a rugby-style game called Pastime. Basically describe it, it's rugby but with guns. Another way to describe it is if you ever played Halo, Griffball is probably the easiest thing to describe it as if you played that.
Hey, that's mine.
Basically, yeah. Because they had money.
Okay.
I mean, it's Team Fortress 2. It's a new mode. It's been put out there. So basically, you play with the Team Fortress 2 characters and play kind of a rugby-style game, but with guns essentially in there. A new mode for them to try out. And just interesting that they're just kind of... I was thinking maybe like an actual game instead of just a new game mode.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a free-to-play game. There's no, drawback from trying it out. It's still in beta right now. The only thing that I really got back from this that I was... excuse me here. Sorry, I'm trying to take a look at my notes here. I'm sorry. The only thing I really is concerned about is that this may be just in conjunction to maybe they're just trying to ride hype of maybe another game out there like, I don't know, Rocket League, which is pretty much the same kind of like, hey, here's soccer, but with RC cars. Suddenly they bring out, rugby, but with guns. Kind of the same thing you do,
really
Convenient.
Just that kind of thing where I'm
Nothing like a little friendly competition there, Bradley.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I'm like Valve, who, well, let's be honest, owns Steam and Team Fortress 2. It's free to play. It's kind of like they kind of set the bar. Was like, here's how you do a free to play game right.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, it's basically become a hat trading simulator game that it is. Decided like, yeah, let's do a rugby game. Sure, it's gonna be fun. Let's be honest, it's Team Fortress 2. You can't go wrong. I keep going back and playing the Halloween series because those are always ridiculously fun. And let's be honest, bumper cars and the last one, just come on.
Love bumper cars.
It's bumper cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, I'm just like scratching my head like that seems a little bit like quickly made up that it could do better. But it's still gonna be good. It's still gonna be Team Fortress 2 and I lost it. Basically, I just want to turn to him and just be like, you could have done better. Bad robot.
Yeah.
Shimmy.
Yeah.
Well,
5 points, Bradley.
I think they should probably just do what they do and just stick the movies and do it that way. So, what can you help me?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not
try.
bad.
Not bad, Mr. Bond.
I'd teach you the Manny Machado Jonathan Scope handshake for that, but I'd have to stand up. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I would be nitpicky and say, I did say I had a fall 2015 movie report, and Bad Robot will be mentioned in there.
Yeah, true.
But hey, neither here nor there. That's okay. Skipping the weekend box office, skipping all the Hollywood movie news because, like Bradley and JR, there ain't nothing really happening right now.
Nothing. We're trying. We're trying here, buddy. We're trying.
So, and there really is no better time than now, as they say, to kick off what we would call the Bantering Bows Fall 2015 movie preview. And I will tell you, boys, there is a lot.
Get your list out ready
Yeah.
now. Write it down.
To kick it off correctly, we have to do this right, though. Wait for it. Wait for it. The Bantering Bros present
You were waiting for the THX sound, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
the Fall 2015 movie preview.
That's just Kubrick. We're good.
Anyway, got a kind of a list here that we're going to be going through, and we're just going to say yay or nay if we want to get, if we don't like the title, then hey, we're not going to talk about it, bottom line. So I can already tell you what we're going to be starting with. You guys are going to want to skip, and okay, enough of that. Thank you. There are lots more movies this fall, and when I say fall, I'm talking about right here now, September to all the way December, okay?
Okay.
I am including everything in December just because technically fall does go to December anyway there too.
God damn.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
If you really think about it. Lots of movies here to talk about. So without further ado, we begin with the Transporter Refueled. Why? I figure it's worth mentioning just because for
That's not already straight to DVD? What the hell?
For some people, I mean, first of all, I didn't. Why? your buddy Jason Statham.
It's a great franchise, but they just got rid of the guy.
Yeah,
so
Jason Statham's not coming back.
Yeah.
It's got a guy named Ed Skrein in it.
Of course he's not coming back. He knows what a dumb idea it is.
Yeah. After 3 Transporter movies, they're going with something, a younger Frank Martin in here. Special ops mercenary Frank Martin enters into a game of chess with Femme Fatale and her 3 sidekicks who are looking for revenge against a sinister Russian kingpin. I will tell you already. Well,
that sounds cliche.
It comes out September 4th. It is in the vein of Taken 3, but even worse or whatever. Luc Besson produced it. Maybe might have even wrote it. Who knows when he does these kind of movies. You know what to expect with this.
Cliche,
very
one-liners.
Car chases, bombs, one-liners, sexual innuendos, and dissatisfied customers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I will say
And done script.
yeah, we will skip past that, but it does kind of kick off, we're all giving it the okay. Whammy all around. Okay, Black Mass. This one stars Johnny Depp, Joel Edgerton, Benedict Cumberbatch. The true story of Whitey Bulger, the brother of a state senator and the most infamous violent criminal in the history of South Boston, who became an FBI informant to take down a mafia family invading his turf. Comes out September 18th. Johnny Depp, it's not a name that I like mentioning just because I really have not many good movies to recommend for him at all. I don't remember last time that happened since the first Pirates of the Caribbean back in 2003.
Was the one where he played Al Capone?
I don't know.
Something.
I really haven't seen too much of his work. He's got Donnie Brasco in there. He's got
Yeah, this one looks good though.
This one actually looks, it looks pretty damn good. Think about The Departed and that character that Jack Nicholson was playing in there. That's what this guy is based on. So, if Johnny Depp likes playing those kind of, when he goes into a character, he really goes into a character or whatever. So if he can go in this and actually, I'm not saying the guy can't act, but I'm just saying though, when you have a movie called Mordecai and it's just the total BS that is or whatever, and you're on your 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie, you're not doing another Tim Burton movie, you might stand a chance with this. You have a great supporting cast in here.
Tim Burton, got anything new?
Yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch and Joel Edgerton are really at the top of their games right now, or they're really, doing good. This is a good supporting cast. This might be good for him, if anything.
Let me find Benedict Cumberbatch's real name is like Joe Smith, and his agent said, no, you need a new name. Spice it up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to see this. I will recommend this one September 18th. We'll see what happens. I like a good gangster film. If it's in the same vein as Departed, then hey, I'm all for it. We'll see. Same studio, Warner Brothers. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. All right. I know I'm moving through them fast, but this might be good because we have some bigger ones to talk about. Let's get through the little ones first. Sicario. We talked a little bit about this last week. An idealistic FBI agent is enlisted by an elected government task force to aid in the escalating war against drugs in the border area between the U.S. and Mexico. Emily Blunt stars in it, Benicio del Toro, and Josh Brolin. It comes out September 18th. I'm on the Emily Blunt bandwagon right now. This girl is just, she is possibly the new badass in females. JR likes her for other reasons. I'm all for that, buddy. If you saw Edge of Tomorrow and
she's hot.
The yoga pose, yeah.
she's got the Linda Hamilton thing down for the new generation.
If she would have played in Terminator, if they did an actual good Terminator movie, she would play a good, Sarah Connor. Benicio del Toro, we know what to expect with him. Don't expect the same performance that you saw in Guardians of the Galaxy. Expect more performance how he was in Traffic and so forth as well, too. Gotcha. Josh Brolin, he's hit or miss with me. He really is. I don't know. But this kind of movie, it's got that very serious tone to it, and with Emily Blunt, it's like she's playing the straight-laced FBI agent Benicio del Toro. You don't know what he's going to be, so, sounds pretty good, though. I will give it the ding. Definitely go check it out. This one, so I'm kind of going out of my, what's the phrase here? When you go out of your comfort zone, almost there, too. The only reason is because I know we all like this certain guy, and one of James's favorite quotes on here, though, too.
You blew it!
Let's hope he doesn't do it in this movie. It's called The Intern. 70-year-old widower Ben Whitaker has discovered that retirement isn't all it's cracked up to be. Seizing an opportunity to get back in the game, he becomes a senior intern at an online fashion site founded, and run by Jules Austin. Stars Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. Release date is September 25th.
I'm there.
70-year-old man.
Yeah. Did you guys get a chance to see the trailers for this by any chance?
No,
It's been in almost every movie out. Robert De Niro, when he does a good movie, he does it really good. The last real good one I saw was Silver Linings Playbook. With him in there, he was only co-starring in that. This one's all Robert De Niro. Anne Hathaway's a great actress. People can say what they want about her. I think she does a really great job.
She always gets a clean slate in my book.
Bastard. No, it's pretty much think about you guys ever heard of the name Nancy Myers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bradley, have you heard of the movie The Holiday? What Women Want?
Okay.
That director, was it Something's Gotta Give? The one with Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin?
That was It's Complicated.
Yes.
Okay.
She is the director of all those movies and more, okay?
Okay.
That's a Nancy Myers movie, okay? And that's what you get with this, though,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
she's gonna be a red box.
She's a really good director, and if you want to take out the ladies to this, or whatever, I think it's going to be a good Robert De Niro movie.
REDBOX night.
Funny guy. All right, so let's talk about one that you guys might be a little bit more interested. The Martian, starring who? Matt Damon. That a boy. Jessica Chastain in here. Pretty much you name the actor or actress, and they are in
Huge
this.
cast on that.
Kate Mara, Kristen Wiig, Jeff Daniels, Chiwetel Ejiofor is in this. I mean,
God bless you.
Yeah. So the synopsis reads like this: during a manned mission to Mars, astronaut Mark Watney is presumed dead after a fierce storm and left behind by his crew. But Watney has survived and finds himself stranded and alone on a hostile planet. With only meager supplies, he must draw upon his ingenuity, wit, and spirit to subsist and find a way. And find a way to signal to Earth that he is alive. Comes out October 2nd. You can see how we are moving through with these movies as well too.
Yeah.
I will give this the ding. It is Matt Damon. Being Matt Damon, okay, literally, he produced the movie, which is a good sign. The only strike I have against it, and I would have said this a long time ago, is that it is directed by Ridley Scott.
New Ridley Scott, old Ridley Scott.
Yeah. Well, let's name off a couple of the last Ridley Scott movies.
As long as he actually tries to do a actual story and not so much, you guys are going to want popcorn for this.
Okay, did you guys see Prometheus?
Yes.
And what was it like? I didn't see it.
3.
Like that? Exodus, Gods and Kings?
Never saw it.
The Counselor.
The what?
The what?
Yeah, right. That's Ridley Scott's career, and I mean, I don't...
What happened?
Exactly. I mean, he's directed some really good movies. Alien, I mean, just Blade Runner, Black Hawk Down, Gladiator, I mean, so the guy's got such a great track record, but lately he's been just kind of phoning it in just to get that paycheck, so... I don't think Matt Damon would just let this happen because, let's face it, when was the last big Matt Damon movie that we've had? I mean, since...
Alicia!
No.
Just kidding.
Oh. Yeah, good point. Since Matt Damon was Jason Bourne, and guess what we're going to get next year is a Bourne movie. So, I mean, this is Matt Damon's chance. I mean, what we've seen in the trailers is it's Interstellar meets Castaway.
Basically.
Starring Matt Damon. And I won't give anything away for anybody who didn't see Interstellar.
And a bowling ball.
In a bowling. I was waiting for it.
Nice.
How much does he talk to that bowling ball? Does he paint on it?
Oh, his name is Voight.
I really want this to do good because I'm a Matt Damon fan.
Okay.
Yes, I am, Bradley. Shocker.
Matt Damon!
I want this to be good because like I said, he hasn't been doing many big movies lately. I mean,
he's a great actor. He's got all the talent. And it's just been his movie choice has been.
Yeah,
poor.
I don't know who his agent is, but I really like to give him a good kick in the balls right about now.
I'll tell you, the Bourne movies and The Departed.
Yeah.
And then I'm done.
Oh, Good Will Hunting.
And I'm done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, he's got some talent anyway. So here's hoping that one ends up being good. All right. Let's move over to let's stay in October. This one is one you're not going to hear a lot about, and if we can find it, hopefully it comes to movie theaters around here. It is called Legend. It stars Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy. Wait for it, okay?
Okay.
The true story of the rise and fall of London's most notorious gangsters, Reggie and Ron Cray, both portrayed by Tom Hardy in a double performance. Legend is a classic crime thriller taking us into the secret history of the 1960s and the extraordinary events that secured the infamy of the Cray twins. It's Tom Hardy being just like a really kind of quiet, like nerdy, bad guy, and then one where it's Tom Hardy unplugged.
So Mad Max meets...
Yeah. Well, he's going to have more lines in here, though, too. They're not going to be all taken by Charlize Theron. I say this one is going to be just
less grunting, essentially.
Think of this more as like a type of Guy Ritchie kind of movie, but, just Tom Hardy unplugged. And, I'm all in on that. Yeah. Can't say too much more about that one.
Interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting. All right, here's one that you guys might find interesting also. This one is called The Walk. Stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, I'm about
Directed by Robert Zemeckis. Bradley, do you know that name?
Yes.
Why do you know that name?
Robert Zemeckis.
Oh, come on. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
I know. You know
Scott.
Yes.
Back to the Future. We just mentioned Castaway, Forrest Gump. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah, you get the point. Anyway, the story of a French high-wire artist Philippe Petit's attempt to cross the Twin Towers in the World Trade Center in 1974. This one's definitely going to be an IMAX experience. This one I will pay the extra for. That comes out October 9th.
Won't see it.
Oh, because of the heights.
Yeah, I'm afraid of heights.
Oh, yeah, me too, man. You know what? I will.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I will suck it up just for this.
I'll hold your guys' hand. We're going to go see it.
You're going to hold my popcorn too, man? Hey.
Just as long as there's no fake bottom in those things.
Yay. Yeah. What do you guys think about Joseph Gordon-Levitt while we're on that topic right now?
He's popping up in a lot.
He's matured into a hell of an actor.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? 30 Rock from the Sun?
Third Rock from the Sun.
Third Rock from the Sun. Sorry. Yeah, I never really watched that show. I mean, I remember when he was in The Juror with Demi Moore playing the son in there. And then all of a sudden, he just started popping up out of nowhere. And I mean,
Sin City.
Sin City. Well, I liked him in that Sin City movie. I really did.
He was like Sin City, then
Dark Knight Rises.
I'm like,
yeah.
What the hell?
Don John, one of my favorites of his.
True.
Yeah, definitely. This could be an Oscar contender. I mean,
that's what they're pushing for.
If anything, I'm gonna go on a limb here.
I see what you did there.
That's a lucky one. I'm gonna go out a limb here and say, if anything, it might not get it for best acting or whatever, but it will get it for best visuals,
probably,
because of what Robert Zemeckis can do. He's the guy who put Forrest Gump in there with LBJ.
Yeah, he did.
Got shut in the butt dogs.
I got poop.
I gotta pee. I guess he's gotta pee. All right. Speaking of Forrest Gump, we're all Tom Hanks fans around here, I believe so. Anyway. No, Bradley's not. You would be. Bridge of Spies. This is directed by Steven Spielberg. Need I say more?
I'm there.
Yeah, okay. An American lawyer is recruited by the CIA during the Cold War to help rescue a pilot detained in the Soviet Union. Pretty much what we've seen with the trailers with this is, I don't know how good you guys are with like American history and the Cuban Missile Crisis and so forth, though, too. But there was a plane at that time that was shot down taking pictures over Cuba, trying to take shots of like Russia setting up the missiles and all that kind of stuff or whatever. Well, it got shot down, and they captured the pilots. If I'm correct on this, and we also found at the same time we found a Russian spy in U.S. territory, and we're kind of holding him hostage. So they call in Tom Hanks to negotiate this. Tom Hanks has no affiliation with the U.S. government at all. He's just like some kind of financial attorney, if anything, that has no experience whatsoever. And he starts negotiating with this, and then he's getting death threats from his to his family and so forth. And he ends up having to travel to Russia, and it's Tom Hanks doing what Tom Hanks does best. He does these real life or based on true story performances so well. I mean, Captain Phillips actually is up to this day is one of my favorite films of his. Actually, it's up there with Forrest Gump and Castaway. Put them together with Spielberg, and you got something pretty big right about there too. It might not be the biggest action movie. It's going to be a character-driven story,
easily,
and so forth. For the history buffs out there, I definitely think this is one you should see. Anyway, there too. All right, Bradley, this one is more for you because if you don't mention this guy every other week in a gaming report, I'm talking about Mr. Guillermo del Toro. His movie is it's funny because we always say produced by Guillermo del Toro, executive produced by Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo del Toro's own movie, Crimson Peak, is going to be coming out on October 16th, starring Jessica Chastain. Tom Hiddleston's going to be in that. The guy from, he was in Sons of Anarchy, and he was also in Pacific Rim too. Charlie, what's his name?
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam, yeah.
Okay.
He's going to be in it too. The synopsis reads like this. In the aftermath of a family tragedy, an aspiring author is torn between love for her childhood friend and the temptation of a mysterious outsider. Trying to escape the ghost of her past, she is swept to a house that breathes, bleeds, and remembers.
This sounds horrible.
That literally bleeds.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for this, and the best way I can describe it is The Haunting. It's Guillermo del Toro's version of The Haunting. It's like the house comes alive and so forth, though, too. You have Tom Hiddleston. Bradley, you and I aren't big on the horror movies, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to go in and see this. I mean,
but Del Toro does those visuals like.
Oh, it has Del Toro written all over it, though, too. But I mean, I'm not.
The horror thing's always really good.
I'd rather go watch the guy walk on, however high on the World Trade Center and have that kind of scared out of me instead of this by fake CGI ghost.
It's more of the suspense of it all. It's like,
yeah, it is.
Even though I should spoil for myself and read what actually happened.
That's true too.
Yeah, spoilers. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, it's okay. JR, it just sounds like something you might be interested in.
I don't know.
Del Toro's crazy imagination.
Yeah. He can cook up some good stuff, though.
I gotta watch the trailer.
Okay. Yeah, definitely check out the trailer for that. We'll tweet it out again. In the meantime, we'll still give it the ding just because Guillermo del Toro. This one's one you guys, the audience might like, but you two definitely won't. And you as my buddy here would say, where is he? Why? Steve Jobs. Yes.
Again?
Next.
Why? Yeah. Okay. Well, you want to listen to this acting or these actors: Michael Fassbender, Kate Winslet, Seth Rogen. Set backstage at 3 iconic product launches and ending in 1998 with the unveiling of the iMac, Steve Jobs takes us behind the scenes of the digital revolution to paint an intimate portrait of the brilliant man at its epicenter. It's directed by Danny Boyle, who did Slumdog Millionaire. Is written by Aaron Sorkin. Yeah, that Aaron Sorkin, the guy who just wins an Oscar when he puts his name on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Meryl Streep.
Yeah, pretty much, though, too. He also did The Newsroom, too. West Wing.
He signed a receipt at a restaurant and got offered an award.
A Few Good Men, Moneyball. You like Moneyball at least, though, JR. So, because there's been so much Steve Jobs news out there, and there was already the movie with Ashton Kutcher out there.
Asshole ketchup, whatever.
Yeah, he's with the girl of one of the girls of my dreams. Anyway, still. Anyway,
Any more?
Mila
Kunis. I will. You know me, I'm going to go see this movie just because I think this is going to be definitely an Oscar contender in there, too. This movie, if you listen back to the old Bose shows, we've talked about how Sony passed on this movie. It was originally supposed to be set by Sony Pictures, passed off to Universal. Christian Bale passed on this. Leonardo DiCaprio passed on this. And now you have Michael Fassbender on this, too.
I think I have to brush my teeth that night.
Yeah, I have no idea.
No interest in this.
No. I know you guys have no interest in it, but I am, I didn't see the other Steve Jobs movies.
I don't understand why the guy needs a movie.
Why not?
Good point.
Well, they
I mean-
say movies.
Yeah,
It's like,
movies.
Yeah, they had jobs. They
Like,
had.
oh no, this guy passed away like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
We need to make 86 movies right now about him.
It's
Oh,
like,
we will have that discussion another day
down.
about 87 movies for one event. Oh man.
calm the hell down, boys.
Yeah.
Guy
you
was
know,
a genius, but seriously.
Well, that's
He's
the
a
problem. I mean,
business
when
genius.
when something, what JR brings up a good point though. When a movie, when a big topic, big story,
Yeah.
or a person of, we'll say celebrity or
Even event that happens like
Yeah.
for the recent. They're like
studios
movie now.
studios will do this, and not to get off topic here, studios will do this. So they want to capitalize on that as quickly as they possibly.
Dark 30.
No, not zero. There's one about the Boston Marathon. There's at least 3 movies that are
already?
coming out for that. Yeah, but I can't get into that
Yep,
right now.
yep,
because,
moving on.
Rock the Cashba. This one because I think you
Going
guys are
on?
Bill Murray fans. I think I have some Bill Murray fans here, right?
Yeah,
Still,
go. All I know is the song. Go on.
Zoe Deschanel and Bruce Willis. Synopsis reads like this. A down-on-his-luck music manager discovers a teenage girl with an extraordinary voice while on a music tour in Afghanistan and takes her to Kabul to compete on the popular television show Afghan Star. Comes out October
This
23rd.
just sounds like gold. Bill Murray is himself
Yeah.
in Afghanistan. Yes, please.
Yeah. What was the Bill Murray one? St. Vincent. That came
okay.
out last year. That was a pretty good one
I
with
couldn't
him.
bring myself to watch it just because of Melissa McCarthy.
Oh.
It's like, hey, I want to. Oh, nope, smells like poop in here.
Well, I guess I could bring that point out right now. I heard that Bill Murray might be having a cameo of some sorts in the new Ghostbusters movie.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Sit on that. Yeah. Anywho, no, Bill Murray's good. I mean, I think that, I liked his older stuff better. I mean, and who doesn't as well? But I mean, I will give it the benefit of the doubt because it is Bill Murray. Don't know anything about Harry Bangs, Zoe Deschanel, but still, we shall see. Bradley, you're a cooking man, aren't you? You like to
cooking?
cook?
I do.
You like to cook?
I wish I could cook. I'm actually terrible at cooking.
Then maybe this movie might or might not interest you. This one is called Burnt. It stars Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller in this. Comes out October 23rd as well. Synopsis reads like this. Adam Jones is a... Just thought about that.
It is funny how his hashtag is always stay hungry.
Adam Jones is a chef who destroyed his career with drugs and diva behavior. He cleans up and returns to London determined to redeem himself by spearheading a top restaurant that can gain 3 Michelin stars. Bradley Cooper, I think he's gotten at least 3 or 4 Oscar nominations for Best Actor in the last 3 to 4 years. You had American Sniper, Silver Linings Playbook, and another movie in there as well, too. I don't know if this will be the one that does it. I'm not too sure.
Depends on how well his British accent is.
That's true. Don't know. It just sounds like we've seen this kind of thing before,
I have a better idea for this movie already.
Go on.
Go ahead.
The animated tale of a container of Easy Mac left in the microwave too long. Starring Adam Sandler as the Easy Mac.
The rest writes itself.
I like that better. Yeah, I
It'll
think
be better than Pixels.
I think I will say skip Burnt, and yeah.
I prefer my movies edible.
Yeah, me too. Next one needs no intro. Oh, that is my intro, isn't it?
Yep. Down, kitty.
Nice pussy. Yes. A cryptic message. Oh, well, I got to tell you what the movie is, of course.
Yes.
Yes, Spectre. Yay.
Yay! There's much rejoicing in the land.
We already know.
We already know, but we still have to talk about it anyway, though. Daniel Craig is back as James Bond. This is his 4th outing in this. You also have Monica Bellucci. You have Christoph Waltz as the villain. We don't know who he's going to be yet, but we have a pretty damn good idea of who he is. Synopsis reads like this. A cryptic message from Bond's past sends him on a trail to uncover a sinister organization, while M, played by Ralph Fiennes, battles political forces to keep the Secret Service alive. Bond peels back the layers of deceit to reveal the terrible truth behind Spectre. Yeah, this could be...
James, I am your father.
I was just thinking it.
James, I am your brother.
I am your father's, mother's, cousin's,
Something
sister's
like that.
former roommate.
Yeah, if you've
What's
seen
that
the
make us? Absolutely nothing.
yeah, if you've seen the trailers, you have a pretty good idea where we're going with that. Everything. This movie, I don't know if it's going to be as good as Skyfall. I really say that right now.
I know you are harping on that fact ever since you're like, Skyfall was so good. I don't know if they can top it.
I really
They
don't.
won't.
Yeah,
They won't. No, it's
This is the action movie they wanted to do. Skyfall was more of the long, melodramatic, action-packed drama that they've been dying to get recognition from the Academy for, and they did.
They did. Yeah. And they showed that Bond movies aren't just cheesy action or whatever. They can have great cinematography. They can have good acting and so forth. Just everything. We'll see who does the theme song. I don't know if it's going to be Adele again. I don't know yet.
You're a kite and hurricanes, Bond.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Waite's back too. God, that just gives me wood right now. Okay.
Down, boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank God we're sitting over here.
Yeah, yes.
See, didn't you guys miss the couch together after a long time?
How's it going there, buddy?
It's going good. I'll tell you what, this next guy is probably one of, he's definitely one of those actors that gets me a little excited. I'm talking about Mr.
He wasn't already excited beforehand.
Yeah.
Now he's even more. Jesus
Mr.
Christ.
Bryan Cranston, for all you Breaking Bad fans out there. He's going to be in a new movie called Trumbo. It's okay if you haven't heard of this. It stars Diane Lane, John Goodman, and a few others in there. Synopsis reads like this: the successful career of Hollywood screenwriter Dalton Trumbo comes to an end when he is blacklisted in the 1940s for being a communist. There was a recent interview that Bryan Cranston did on the Adam Carolla show, and that guy is such a down-to-earth kind of guy. He's, when you get such a lucky break with something, you're thankful, right? Mm-hmm. That's how this guy is. He said that he cannot be more grateful for having that opportunity on the TV show Breaking Bad. And don't worry, we're not talking TV or whatever.
Right.
But just, he's had opportunities with, say, Argo. Being a part of that, he's probably one of the best parts of Argo, as a matter of fact, though, too, acting-wise. He's been around for such a long time, but, if he can pull that kind of performance that he did with Walter White and turn into Trumbo, I'm very interested in this because, if he can take, I'm sure he's taken home Golden Globes. I know Emmys he's taken home anyway, though, too. So if he
Calling
can,
it now.
So now if he can take, Hollywood like that, then hey, mark my words, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets an Oscar nomination if that movie ends up being pretty good. Yeah, we'll see. It's not going to be a Godzilla performance. Don't worry.
No.
Even he's sorry about that as well.
Yeah.
All right. That's best I can do. Tried. Go ahead.
R.I.P. Rue.
Yep. Part 2. That is. It's about that time, I guess. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, starring J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence, comes out November 20th. After being symbolized as the Mockingjay, Katniss Everdeen and District 13 engage in an all-out revolution against the autocratic capital. Also starring Donald Sutherland in there and whoever that little bastard that plays Peeta in there. I don't care for him. I don't care.
Josh Hutcherson.
Sure.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
that guy.
Liam Hemsworth is in there too. Maybe we'll get a bigger part.
Well, finally ended off.
Yeah, finally. So if you guys have seen the trailers, and for the audience who hasn't, it picks up directly where it left off with Part 1. They are going to storm the city. All the districts are storming the city. The problem is the city is rigged just like a Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. And, it brings it all together. Not having read the book, this might make it better for me because I don't know what to expect with the end. Okay, so
Because then you would be nitpicking.
yeah,
It's the same treatment like the last Harry Potter book or the last Harry Potter movies.
read it.
Build it up and then
Break it down.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm down with that.
Divergence will never get anywhere close to it.
And you know what? I didn't even mention the Maze Runner. I'm so sorry.
we'll forgive you.
Thanks. There's some I just can't mention in here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I
That's
would
right, they are
definitely
making another one, too.
Yeah, the Hunger Games movies, I think, have only gotten better since Francis Lawrence started directing those since Part 2. I think he knows how to handle these movies. I don't think they're going to let the fans down. And even if you haven't read the books, it's still a good time at the movies, too. Yeah. So, moving on here, there's one, I mentioned this just because of the director's name, Ron Howard. I think he's directed some really good movies. Apollo 13. Give me another movie.
Rush.
Yeah, Rush is a very underrated movie. And go figure, this stars Chris Hemsworth in it as well. It's called In the Heart of the Seas. It's based on the 1820 event.
Moby Dick wannabe movie.
A whaling ship is preyed upon by a sperm whale. Wait. Okay. You
George
you
Takei-
perverts. Okay.
George Takei just comes in. Oh my!
Hey, we kicked George out of the studio a long time ago.
He still
Bastard found its way back. Okay.
Did someone say sperm whale?
As I was saying, based on the 1820 event, a whaling
They're long, hard, and full of semen.
A whaling ship is preyed upon by a sperm whale. Oh, my. Stranded its crew at sea for 90 days, thousands of miles from home. Cillian Murphy is also starring in it as well, not playing Scarecrow or any other Christopher Nolan type character. Comes out December 11th.
Whale, death by exile.
I like that. Yeah. I don't know. Does it sound like something you guys might be interested in?
I already read the book.
You already read the book?
It's called Moby Dick.
Yes, it was. They even did a Patrick Stewart version of it, too.
Call me
remember?
Ishmael.
Yeah. Call me Ishmael. Good one. All right. We have 3 more to go through, and we only have a couple minutes, so we can do this. This one needs no intro to it, but we will do it anyway. Where it is.
The THX intro I'm putting off.
No.
Oh, thank God.
The beginning of a new Star Wars trilogy will take place 30 years after Episode 7, Return of the Jedi. Yeah, we're talking about Star Wars The Force Awakens, the one that brings a trio of new young leads along with some very familiar faces.
Yes, I mean me?
Oh,
No.
hell no, get out.
Get out.
Get back in that carbonite.
F that. Stop everything right about now. Nope.
Back in the carbonite you go. Jar Jar, exile.
This is going to die now. Bye-bye.
Death by exile. All right.
Maybe forever become Bantha fodder.
So the big 3 are going to be back. Harrison Ford.
With or without Walker.
Carrie Mulligan. Not Carrie Mulligan. Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
Jesus. I'm tired. Mark Hamill is going to be back.
Say the big 3. You're forgetting the 4th. Who forgets?
Chewbacca.
He is in there.
Huh?
He is back, yeah.
Okay, he's back too. Jesus.
He just got done leg surgery. He's fine.
He's a little pissy. There he is. Okay.
There he is.
Okay. Starring with the new
Wookiee.
cast: Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac. You have a whole new crew in here. We know that the guy who does the not anime capture, the Planet of the Apes, JR.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis is going to have an undisclosed part in here. We have no idea. There's some other small parts in here too. It's the only question with Star Wars: The Force Awakens is, first of all, is it going to be as good as, say, one of the original movies, one of the original 3? Is it good? If it is as good as Return of the Jedi, I'm all in on that. And I'm sorry to say that to any Star Wars fans out there.
I'll just take it as long as it's better than any of the last 3 we got.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, that's true too, but
Just here's where here's your baseline.
yeah, well, it's like,
Go above that.
to me, this is just like Star Wars All-Stars. We're just going to bring in everything and just give you all those Easter eggs
We've always
in there.
said, here's the thing. We're gonna give you those little tidbits, little Easter eggs, and pass the torch and go.
Right.
Transition.
Yeah.
And
go.
And that'll be the ending of the movie, pretty
Yeah.
much, too. Hey,
He hands the lightsaber over. You're
be the
gonna see it.
spoiler alert. You got the Chrome Trooper, you got the TIE Fighters, you got the X-Wings.
Avenge me.
No, yeah. I don't
The
know.
Force is strong in you.
I want this to
Strike
be,
me
I
down,
really
more
want this to be
powerful.
good. I don't want
Oh,
that.
we all do. We all do.
I mean, a lot of fans, I was the guy who said probably about 3 years ago, said, why do we need another Star Wars movie?
then you saw the prequels.
Let's just look at it this way. J.J. Abrams is like the world's first fanboy to actually be a director.
Yeah,
true.
You know he's going to live up to the expectation, but you or I could write a better script than George Lucas.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they didn't invite George Lucas back.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
It's going to be good. There's no Hayden Christensen pretending to act. It's going to be okay.
And they they brought the writer Lawrence Kasdan, I believe it was, that did the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
It's going to be okay.
Brilliant!
Yeah.
They thought for once.
So, here's hoping. The biggest question also will be, will it be the highest grossing movie of the year?
Because it has to live up to
Jurassic World. Jurassic World money. And it is right around Christmas time. I don't know.
Do you have any money left?
I still stand by my summertime thing saying that it doesn't.
I'm going to say no. Nope. It's not going to happen. Mm-mm. But, hey, it's going to make money. That's for sure.
Sure, it's going to make money.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So last two here, these are ones that are not going to be kid-friendly. The first one is called The Hateful Eight.
You had me at Tarantino.
You had me at hello. Yeah. Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Madsen in here. Yeah, it's well, here, I'll give you the synopsis first. In post-Civil War Wyoming, bounty hunters try to find shelter during a blizzard but get involved in a plot of betrayal and deception. Will they survive?
That's it.
Think of Django Unchained meets Clue. That's what this is, and done, filmed. Oh, God,
Django.
Yeah. And besides,
Tarantino.
Filmed in picturesque 70mm projection film.
not that anybody cares about that anymore, but I mean, he's making a big deal about it.
Tarantino. It's like
it's his niche.
it's
like,
his style. It's
Well,
his-
see, it's not really the it's not that digital crap. I'd like to stick to my roots, man.
that Tarantino.
Yeah.
Sticking to I want to do my classic films, and I want everybody to die.
What I liked about
and
this-
kill them off within 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna retrack.
What I liked about this is that they said the 8th film from Quentin Tarantino. It feels like he's had way more than that. It really
Yeah,
does.
you do.
And this movie almost didn't happen, though, too.
True. We went back and heard
I
about the
remember,
whole.
yeah, we remember when that happened, though,
Yep.
too. So,
Will it
I-
follow the script though
yeah.
that was leaked?
all they had to say is Kurt Russell, Quentin Tarantino, and a Western. Done. I'm
Yeah.
sold. Take my money right now.
Kurt Russell in a Western.
Huh? Oh, it works perfectly. He hasn't been in a Western since Tombstone, I think. All right, wrapping it up here. Last one. You guys might see this. We'll see. It's called The Revenant. We might have talked a little bit about this on the show. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy.
Looks good.
It looks amazing. Set in the 1820s, a frontiersman, Hugh Glass, sets out on a path of vengeance against those who left him for dead after a bear mauling. Leonardo DiCaprio is playing Hugh Glass in this. Bradley, it is in JR. This is from the director of Birdman. And did you guys ever see Birdman?
I did not.
Did you
Sorry.
you remember seeing the trailers for it
Yes,
at least
yes, yes,
though too?
yes,
And you
yes.
saw how visually that was? Mm-hmm. Same idea here. Visually is going to be this. They use natural light to film this movie. And that's
Natural light.
Basically looks like a cross between Dances with Wolves and The Hunted.
Gotcha.
yeah. That's why it took so long to film this. They were out in God knows where in Alaska or wherever trying to film this movie.
But trying to get the lighting right on certain
Exactly.
days.
Yes, and that's how they did it or whatever. And you just see how Leo's being chased when he's on horseback, and just how it's filmed. It's amazing over there too. Yeah, this could be finally the one that gets Leo that Oscar win. We'll see. I mean, I don't know how much more he can do. I mean, 30 models at a time. Who knows with that kid?
12
about
lines
Wolf
of coke
Street.
and Margot Robbie, and it's still nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
God.
3 hours of.
Yeah, 3 hours in his Martin Scorsese movie, and Coke and Margot Robbie just don't do it anymore, I'm afraid. But yeah, so for any movies that I did leave out there,
Suicide Squad, Margot Robbie. Yeah.
I'd go watch right now. I would go watch. Yeah. What's
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I
Wall
would go
Street.
watch Wolf right now, but I have editing to do, unfortunately. But
And he has pants on.
he says I need to have my pants off. Yeah, for any movies that I did leave out of the fall winter, I say fall, 2015 movie preview, I do apologize, but I think those are the big ones that you guys should be focusing on though too. Save your money. If you don't want to spend it on Christmas presents for anybody, then I would say there's a lot of good movies. There's more than I thought there were going to be.
Here's to being single.
Yeah. So, without further ado, if you guys want to go for recommendations, go for it.
Yep, might as well, just to kick it off. Kind of I recommended it like weeks ago as well, but since now showing the video clips to Brian just before the show and showing the game.
Yeah.
If you have not played it yet, Rocket League. Holy Jesus, this game is fun for PlayStation members and as well for PC users. And it's also, you can cross-play between the two guys. Again, soccer, but with RC cars and hats. How could you not go wrong? We did post a couple of my screenshots up onto our Instagram page on there, so you get an idea of how colorful and zany it looks. But yeah, for a $20 game, this is actually just a whole lot of fun. So yeah, Rocket League.
Rocket League.
You all know me as a bit of a liquor aficionado. When you're on a budget like I am, cheap is also good. Not so much for the hangover
Charcoal
the next
filtered
day.
Ropa.
Is that plastic? No, it's this new thing. Oh, I don't care. Just give it to me. Found a new whiskey in my meanderings in the bourbon and scotch whatnot aisles.
Don't bring up
called-
whiskey right down to me because
Called Pie Hole. I kid you not. It's called
yeah.
Pie Hole.
It's the flavored...
Yeah, got kind of this weird like motif back to the 50s pinup girls, like from the 40s, like World War
the
II
pinups.
propaganda, like riding the... Instead of riding a missile, though, this one chick's riding a slice of apple pie on a plate off the road because you've got a pecan pie, a cherry pie, and a apple pie flavor.
It's the moonshine, so like corn whiskey. One
no,
that
it's
it's that, but it's the flavored. Go ahead. Never mind. Forget
I'm
it.
lost. I also enjoy those though.
Yeah.
The flavor ones, but no. I've only been able to find the apple pie one thus far, but they are surprisingly good, and for only $11.99 on a $7.50, worth the cash.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Jack right about now or any kind of whiskey right now. Just want to say. Yeah, there's really, Hitman Agent 47 is out right now. Yeah. 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Got him!
Yeah. Now's the chance to, as you kids go back to school, to finish up on summer movies. My suggestions are Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, if you haven't seen it. Jurassic World is supposed to be coming back to theaters. I will get you a date on that.
Furious 7 did come back for a little bit, I think, in selected theaters, I think.
I don't know when that's supposed to happen.
A few years back. It was weeks back, I think it was. Man from Uncle's out there, but I'm going to say right now the best way to close the summer is Rogue Nation right now. So, yeah. Anywho, okay. 80s.
Yeah. In the meantime, find us at thebanteringbows.com. Got a little bit of a facelift over there, boys, so definitely check it out. There you will find all of our latest shows and links to all the various social media networks, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Bradley, it looks like you got to piss over there, buddy, because your legs moved a mile a minute.
Probably.
In the meantime, gentlemen, have a great week.
You too, sir.
You do.
And everyone listening, thanks for joining us as always, and we will catch you next week. Peace out.
Earth!
Hey there, folks. Do make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Bantering Bows. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheBanteringBows. Thank you, and deuces.